What's going on? It's your boy Sniper, aka Brian Amical Wolf, and today we're going to discuss some games that's coming up. And we're going to put our bets down, over and unders, and what's the odds. Again, I'm Sniper. I want to apologize to y'all for not having this segment last week. Um, with the hurricane and all, I thought that we pay attention, give our attention to those who are in need and who went through that destruction of a terrible storm. But anyways, we're here this week. We got a lot of games this week. What's going on, you new? Got a lot of games going on this week. And we're gonna start with our Friday games that's happening. The first game that we have is going to be Michigan versus Michigan State at Oregon. As y'all know, Michigan State is 3-2, and Oregon is 4-0. Oregon is ranked number 6. Michigan State is going to start off the game with 23 and a half points. That's a lot of ground to cover. Now, who says it can't happen? My dogs did it last week with the loss to Alabama, but they did come back from a 23-point deficit. So anything can happen. But in this Friday night, Michigan State starts all the game with 20. Let's say this 24 points. Do I think that um, Oregon can beat Michigan State by 24 points? No, 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 no. So we're gonna go with the give those 24 points to Michigan State. The over under is 52 and a half points. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Um, there is no way possible. No way possible. And I'm going to say it out loud. Y'all can take it to the bank. Oregon is not beating Michigan State by um, 53 by 53 points. Nope, nope, nope. So we're gonna go ahead and take that one, give it to Oregon for the win, but not. Um, we're gonna give Michigan State the 23 points, 23 and a half points, but we're gonna say that Oregon does not reach that 50. Both teams are not going to score 52 and a half points. Not going to do it. I see that, especially it's in Oregon. Neither team has put up, for the most part, has not put up big numbers in the games that they played, and I'm not counting the cupcake teams that they played. So I'm not a believer of these two teams that put up um, 53 points in a game. I'm going to stay with the under. Next game on Friday is going to be the Syracuse that's sitting at 3-1 versus, and get this, y'all, get this, UNLV. UNLV is ranked this year, sitting at 4-0. They're ranked 25. When's the time? When's the last time UNLV been ranked? Throughout my whole life of living, I met one dude in the Marine Corps that was a UNLV fan, and he wasn't even from Vegas. He was just a fan. He said he likes the college basketball and the football team, and I was like, that's crazy because I didn't even know that UNLV had a football team. So let's get to the points. So Syracuse is going to start a game off with basically 7 points, 6.5. Syracuse been playing good ball, yo. And if this is on our docket for games to pick, I'll probably pick Syracuse to win this game and give UNLV their first loss. Um, with that said, the the spread is 6.5 points. I'm gonna let I think Syracuse is going to win this game, so I'm gonna go with say the spread, go above the spread, and give them 14, because I think Syracuse can beat UNLV by 14 points. The over under is going to be 57.5. Again, I think that's really, really, really high. What's going on, Renegade? What's going on, Armando Black? I think that I'm gonna stay with the under. I think that's really high. Yes, these two can put up points, but I don't think they're reaching 58 points. They're gonna get close to it, but I'm gonna stay with the under the 58 points on that. All right, and put my notes down. So I said that Syracuse for the win. So I'm going. I'm going with that 7 points and add to it. And we're going to do under. Hey, but congratulations to the fellas out there at UNLV, because again, me just looking at this and looking at this early, I did not realize that UNLV was ranked in the top 25. Congratulations out there, fellas. All right, let's skip around a little bit. Let's go to a 12 o'clock game, and this is going to be a good one. I believe this is one of a few games that we have this year. UCLA at Penn State. That is going to be a good one. I know that UCLA is 1-3. Okay. UCLA started off, their schedule started off kind of strong. Okay. But their play showed the body of play shows that they are a team that you cannot just say we're gonna get this win. Easy win. All right. Penn State. Here we go again. We're 4-0 starting off our season. You're 4-0 starting off the season. And they gave UCLA 28 points to start off with. So the spread is 28 points. Is it going to be a Penn State blowout UCLA? No, I think that Penn State's going to can pull off the win, but it's not. They're not going to get that deficit of 28 points. Even though they're at home, which is a hostile environment to play for anybody to come into Penn State, is a um, very hostile stadium to play in. But I don't think that Penn State can beat UCLA by 29, because again, we know how Penn State is. They start off good, and they start slipping. They're like a little a very a slide that you scoot down and you hear that. Yeah, you know what I mean. So this is one of those games. I think this is Penn State's. Um, this is Penn State gotcha games. Because again, I don't care what UCLA record is, they're a sneaky team. So with that said, you got Penn State in the hole, 28 points for the spread. I think this is going to be a very close game. I don't think this is going to be a Penn State blowout game. So I'm going not going to take this the spread. And the over under is 46 and a half points. One thing, let me tell you something real quick, y'all. I hate when they do this 46 and a half, 13 and a half. Like, I know it makes for you round it up, but oh my God, it gets on my nerves saying it. 46 and a half points now. Both of these teams are going to score. Both of these teams are going to score. I think this is going to be a close game, but they're going to score. I think it comes out to be, you know, 28-35. And that's on the high end. I think so. I'm going to take the over for Penn State. I was about to say penitentiary. Um, I'm going to take the over for the UCLA and Penn State game, and that is a noon game on Fox. Hey, y'all in the chat, y'all want to put your 2 cents in? Let me know. Just throw it in there, and we can and give me some new insight of what you think about another 12 o'clock game that I think is going to be real good game. Missouri sitting at number 9, 4-0, and Texas A&M sitting at 25. I guess they're tied for 25th place, y'all, because Texas A&M and UNLV is sitting at 25. They're sitting at 4-1. Two dangerous teams. Two dangerous teams that can light the scoreboard up. They're giving Texas A&M or giving Missouri 2.5 points. So basically 3 points. It all depends on which way you pick who's going to win this game. Both of these teams, this right here. Well, find in, Renegade. You ain't got to watch college football. We do. We do. You better step your game up, bro. Um, both of these two teams are talented. And both of these two teams can put points on the board. Defensive wise, both of them, they don't have. They got good defenses, but their defenses are shaky at times. Um, so the spread is 2.5 points given to Missouri. You in North Carolina, you got like 4, 5 teams you can watch, bro. And right, you in North Carolina, you got about 4 or 5 teams you can watch. NC State, Duke, um, North Carolina, Tar Heels. You got a couple teams. Hey, you need some help picking a team. We do have some extra red and black gear that we can put you on with. Uh, so, anyways, never. I'm not talking to you right now, Renegade. You just trying to move the goalpost. Hey, so Texas A&M starting off this game with a 2.5 point deficit. I am going to say, ooh, this is a tough one. I had it, and then I just thought about it again. This is at Um, this is at Texas A&M. Ooh wee. Um, I uh, I would not take the spread. It's too close. Way too close. This game could go any way, but in my head, which I think I know who I'm going to pick for this game, it's going to be a slight bit more. Um, it's going to be a slight bit more than 3 points. Am I freezing up? For the well, hey, join the club. The over under is going to be 48 and a half points. 48 and a half points. 48 and a half points. Again, I think this is going to be, the defense, both defenses do have holes in it. I think each team is going to be able to score. Do I think they score 28 points or more apiece? Or do I think somebody's going to blow out the other? I will stay under. Um, I'll definitely stay under that spread. Just because these two teams, um, even though they got holes in their defense, they still their defense, both defenses is really hard to run on, and also they do have some decent coverages in their backfield. Let's see, a 3:30 game. This is the one most people are going to be looking at here. This game is going to be the tail of the tail of the tape. This is going to, if Ohio State is who they say they are. Iowa sitting at 3-1 is going to the state of Ohio to play them Buckeyes. Buckeyes are sitting at number 3. They're 4-0. Yes, they have not been completely tested yet. But from what I've heard, and a few times I watch one or two games. I think I watched one Ohio State game this year, um, and watching the highlights and looking at the stats and stuff. Ohio State's receivers are nothing to play with. You gotta bring your lunch. They can put up some points. Now, with that said, who have they played that tested them? Ohio State has not been tested. Ohio State has not been been in a dogfight yet. They just mollywopped everybody that was in their way. So I mean, they did what they were supposed to do with who's in front of them. So it is. This is going to be interesting. They're only giving Iowa 18 and a half points, y'all. 18 and a half points. If Ohio State does what they're supposed to do, and their ridiculous running core and receiving core come out hot, I could see them beating Iowa more than 19 points. I can definitely see um, them raising raising the scoreboard on this game here. But the only thing that the one thing that stands in their way is which Iowa defense are we going to get? Which Iowa defense is going to show up to this game? Is it going to be the first half Iowa defense or the second half Iowa defense? Which Iowa defense is going to show up? Because statistically and historically, Iowa always have a good defense. It just when they're going to show up. They won't show up in the they won't show up in the first quarter, but they'll show up in the second quarter. And then they'll disappear for the rest of the game. They'll show up, won't show up first two quarters, and show up in the third quarter, and then disappear again in the fourth quarter. What Iowa defense is going to show up? Are they capable of going 60 minutes with Ohio State? That's what scares me about this spread. Because if Iowa defense shows up, they have the capabilities of stopping that potent Ohio State's offense. But I'm going to go with the eye test. I'm going to go with the eye test, and I'm going to say Ohio State takes back that 18 and a half points and win by at least 21. The over under is 45 and a half. Ohio State has been putting up numbers. They've been putting up points every game that they've played this year. They did what they're supposed to do, and as the season goes on, these freshman receivers they got, the running backs that they have, they're just going to get better and better by the end of the before the season ends. Again, will will Iowa's defense show up for 4 complete quarters? Something tells me that they will. But the other part, and Iowa scores whenever they want to score. Iowa scores whenever they want to score. They just sometimes don't want to score. They have a really good offense. And nobody can say any different. They have a complete team, but they do not complete games. Iowa reminds me of my Falcons sometimes. Iowa reminds me of. I see you, Renegade. You say no. Um, I'm going to say we're going to go under for the Iowa Ohio State. We're going to give Ohio State the spread. But we're going to stay under the 45 and a half points. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Let's see the next game that we're going to pick from. I'm going to go with the number one Alabama team, the Clemson Tide, sitting at 4-0 versus Vanderbilt. Now, Vanderbilt has lost their last 2 games. But can Vanderbilt look at the tape that happened on Saturday against Alabama versus against Georgia and do things that we were not able to do in the first half? I don't know what's going on down there, and I don't know what's going on down there by in Vanderbilt right now. I don't know what they feeding these boys, what kind of Kool-Aid they drinking. I don't know, but this team is exposing a lot of teams in the last couple of games. Again, Vanderbilt is not that team. Excuse me. Vanderbilt is not that team that we can say they're the laughing stock of the SEC anymore. As of today, I'm gonna say it as of today. They cannot say it's an automatic win because Alabama will embarrass, or not Alabama, Vanderbilt will embarrass you. So Vanderbilt's going to this game at 22 and a half points. Alabama's more, Vanderbilt's going in this game with 22, a 22 and a half point lead. Alabama is capable of beating them by 23 plus. Alabama is more than capable of beating Vanderbilt by 23 plus points. Now, there would be no excuses given in this game when it comes to the spread. Don't want to hear if they do not beat Vanderbilt by more than 23 points or they're up 21-0 at the half and Vandy finds a way to fight their way back. I don't want to hear, well, we took our foot off the gas. We let up on them. I don't want to hear that trash. I'm going to, for some odd reason, I'm going to do this, y'all. I'm gonna give Vanderbilt that those 22 and a half points. I'm gonna give it to them. Something tells me that Vanderbilt's going to stick around to the end of the game. With Alabama. Something tells me that that's going to be, and I know where I'm going to pick this game. Okay, I know I'm going to pick, but I think that Vanderbilt's going to stick around to the very end. And I'll explain that more to you on Saturday if this is one of the games that is going to be on our docket to pick. So I'm going to give the spread to Vanderbilt. And the over-under for this game is 54 and a half points. Kind of steep. But I think that, again, I mean, Alabama put 28 points up on Georgia in the first half. First half. Damn near the first quarter. Breaks my heart to say it, but it happened. And yes, I'm not saying that Vanderbilt's defense is better than Georgia's defense. I would never say that. But something special has happened down there in some of the specials happened there in Nashville. Vanderbilt is doing something special, and I hope they keep it going, just to pull themselves out of the mud from previous years. I am going to stay Under. No, I'm sorry. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think Vandy is going to put up points to make this go over to 54 and a half points. I'm gonna go over the over under of 54 and a half points. What happened? What I say? Another 3:30 game. My beloved dogs hosting Auburn. This game is Auburn is sitting at 2-3, and Georgia's sitting at 3-1. This game is at Georgia. This game is always a gotcha game. It's always a gotcha game. Last year we struggled with Auburn last year, um, and they got the spread way too high, way too high. The spread is 22 points. Here's my thing, y'all. Here's my thing. If Georgia comes out and continue to play the way they played the last quarter and a half against Alabama, we can beat Auburn by the 22 points plus. That is not a guarantee, though. For so often, Georgia's coming out real slow. I don't think that it all depends of what Georgia team shows up. That's it's a in fact what Carson Beck shows up, what ETN shows up, what Kobe Kobe Young shows up, what Lovett shows up, what defenses show up, what Sparks shows. It all depends on who shows up to this game and wants it more. I just not there to give them 22 points in a game yet. To win by more than 22 points. I have to see it. I have to see what this team is about come Saturday. Homecoming. And we have some defensive players that's not playing this weekend. Stars that's not playing this weekend. I'm giving Auburn the spread. The over under is 51 and a half points. Again, which dog is going to show up? Which Tiger is going to show up? Auburn is one and is another team that is on that tipping scale. Can they put up points and stop the opposing team offense? Both teams very slightly has been moving the ball. But when they do it, it's doggone it's like where was that 25 minutes ago? So again, I'm gonna stay under on the 51 and a half points. And you already know where I'm going with my pick on this one. Even after great thought, uh, um, I would never pick against my team. I don't care who it is. They could be playing doggone the Kansas City Chiefs, and I still think Georgia's going to win. So it is what it is. All right. Here's another game that and I'm trying to pick some of these games that most people don't talk about. Um, and I guess when I was strolling over, I missed over this. Here's another game that we can really look at. Most people don't pay attention to these two teams, right? But they are making noise in college football right now to kind of pique your interest at them, and it's going to be the SMU Mustangs versus the number 22 team in the nation, Louisville Cardinals. All right, SMU is sitting at 4-1. Louisville is sitting at 3-1. SMU is given a 6.5 point lead right out the bat, given a 6.5 point lead. Both of these teams are really decent, both sides of the ball. Both of these teams will smother you. Both of these teams will run the ball down your throat. This game is going to depend who's going to be that brick wall with 12-inch steel behind it. Who's going to be that brick wall? Who is going to stand tall in the red zone and don't allow them to? Only thing allowed to get is field goals out of it. Both of these teams have high percentages in the red zone. I forgot where to write that down, but both of these teams have a high percentages in the red zone. This SMU has a 6.5 point lead, and y'all, hey, hate me when I say this, and I hope I have no Louisville fans on out there listening. But here's the thing, bro. I believe SMU is going to take that 6.5 point lead and keep adding to it. That's the way I feel. Um, do I think they're going to win the game? You'll find out on Saturday. Again, if it's one of the games that's on the docket. The point spread is 56.5 points. Again, I said both of these teams have a real good, decent offense or defenses. But are they defensive enough to keep the other one out the end zone? That's the question that we'll have to see come Saturday. This is going to be an amazing game. My mind says to go with the over, but my heart says, hell no, hell no, stay with the under. Because I think that there's going to be a quarter, and don't take this to the bank, but I think there's going to be a quarter where there's only going to be 3 6 points scored on the whole quarter. That's just me. Ever since Armando brought up SMU, I've been paying attention to him. And I've been paying. I'll always like sneaking in and watching Louisville every once in a while. But I've been paying attention to these two teams are going to fight it out. This is going to be a dogfight, y'all. No pun intended. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I still got a few more teams, but if y'all have anybody wants me to look at a team or any games that's any games that's going on this weekend, I definitely do it. Um, but I'm gonna keep going. Just drop the link for anybody want to come up and you give me your opinion about or your picks about the team that I skipped over. Okay. Um, I was going to do the Tennessee Arkansas game. It's that's not a contest right there. I don't think that's going to be a contest. Let's shoot down to let's see. Is there any two ranked teams going against each other? I think I already did. That's the Missouri AT Texas ATM team.
Hold on.
The Texas A&M. That's the only ranked teams that are playing this weekend. What's going on, you new?
Hold on.
What you coming up here for?
Oh,
What team you want me to look
there we
at?
go. Um, no, you were saying the dogs and Auburn is playing, correct?
Yeah,
Why am I echoing?
I don't know. Why are you echoing?
I don't know.
You
I've
got
never
the
echoed.
you got the $5,000 mic headset.
Can I stand you sometimes? I don't know what to
I know, I know.
say.
All right, so why
Okay.
you figuring why you're echoing? Let me go to the next team.
Okay. So no, I was saying, I don't know. I sound like I'm echoing. Anyway, so I'm just saying, as far as like the bulldog, not the bulldogs. Jesus, I call them the bulldogs. Um, the dogs. Okay. I feel like they did really well with the second and the third. If it wasn't for that interception, they would have won that game. So y'all need to lay off of the dogs. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Hey, bro, it was never mind. Ooh, I almost came out of character. Oh, you already banned him. Okay, you already got him out of here. I almost came out of character. I apologize to the people that's in here. I'm on one today, but I've been very much controlling it. I'm on one today, so thank you for
Hmm.
whoever took him out. That was you. You took him out that quick.
Hmm.
Okay, good.
Zap, zap,
And hey, listen,
Zaya.
We're over the Alabama Georgia game. Um, we know we know that Georgia needs to go into the film study on Sunday, or
Hmm.
coaches go on film study on Sunday and figure out
Hmm.
what didn't they practice or what didn't they uh, put more emphasis on this game and make
Hmm.
corrections. That's all. That's what they need to do. We can't keep harping around. It's today Thursday. Today's Thursday. Thursday's
Yes, Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday, right?
Hmm.
We passed that. You got 24 hours to whine and cry about it, and we moving on. And that's what
I
we doing.
know, but I'm talking about because you're going under and over. I'm just saying it shouldn't be like that you feel like they're going to be under. They're not going to be under because it was just
Okay,
a,
so no,
they
no,
made
no,
a
no,
boo-boo.
no, 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 no. Over. So I'll explain it again for everybody. The over under is how many points is going to be at the end of the
Over.
game.
Right. So like instead of if it's going to be 20, but you feel like it could be 30 like that. I understand that. I know what you're talking about. But I just
And
feel
I'm
like
not saying, but it's not just one team scoring 50 points. It's both teams together,
scoring 50.
51 and a half
So
points.
like one or the other, one or the other. Who's going to be the one to score the highest?
No, 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 no. It is if Georgia scores 7 points and Auburn scores 7 points, that's equal to 14.
Right.
That's we're looking at the ending score for both teams added together.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But
So
what?
do I think in this at this point right now that
Hmm.
these two teams can put up? Yeah, I mean anything will happen on happen on Saturday.
Right.
Okay, anything that could
Hmm.
happen on Saturday. But right now, as of this day, October the 3rd, is it?
Hmm.
October
October
the
3rd.
3rd. I think it's going. I think they can reach 42 points as a collective between Georgia and Auburn, but I'm not putting them over 51 points.
Okay, I got you. I get what you're saying. You're saying both teams together will add up to whatever amount that you said. So, like if you say 50 and one of them finishes off with, let's say, 15 and the other one finishes with 35, like that. But together it would be 50. I got you.
Right.
Okay.
So if both teams scores 25 points, that comes up to 50, right?
Right.
They have to be 50 to if anybody puts money on this game,
Hmm.
there has to be they that 50 that you will not win because you came under that 51 and a half points. You actually have to score. Both teams collectively have to score 52 points for you to win money off this game.
Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying.
All right.
Gotcha.
What I don't see who's LSU playing this week? Or are they in the bye week?
Well, I don't know if they're playing.
Why
Let
don't
me
I see
see.
LSU on? Are they not in the top 25?
I don't know. I'm gonna check.
We can ask what Amanda gets here. So what? All right. So let's moving on. Moving on.
They should be
Uh,
the top 25. They won.
nah. What? That's. But I listen. You go argue with the ranking committee about that. Michigan versus Washington. Michigan versus Washington.
Where's the heels?
I don't wear heels, bro. Michigan versus Washington. This game, number 10, Michigan is going to Washington to play this. This is going to be another good dogfight. I think Michigan, is finally feeling themselves and they're finally starting to click.
Hmm.
Washington is sitting at 3-2. Michigan is sitting
Hmm.
at 4-1. So after even though the next couple of games after the Texas, what we call the Texas beatdown, um,
Hmm.
then they have been rolling. So, and I know the teams that they played was not high caliber teams, but that's how they start. They're getting their momentum back. This game is going to be real close. It has the over under with Washington walking out the locker room at 1.5 points.
Okay.
I'm going to give Washington at 1.5 points because I think that Michigan will have a good deficit win over Michigan on this game. Um, and see, when it's the spread, again, when I say 1.5 point for the spread, Michigan has to beat them by two or more points. Does that make sense?
Michigan has to win by 2 points
Or more.
or more. Okay.
Because the spread is 1.5 points. So when they start the game, and this is just betting wise, nobody really starts a game with points. But
Right.
when they start the game, Washington already has a 1.5 point lead.
Okay.
It's not on the scoreboard. It's just on betting purposes
That
only.
reason. Got it.
Okay, so Michigan has to win by 2 points. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to say you take that. Hold on. I did not.
It says LSU is number 13. They rank 13.
I don't see them. Why they didn't they? Well, who are they playing?
Hold on, let me see.
Can we finish one thing before you want to
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
move
Go
the
ahead.
goalposts?
Go ahead. Stop playing with me.
Jeez. I see you, Amanda. Whatever type of sandwich you over there eating, you take your time, bro. Take your time. And I said we're gonna give Auburn the spread on the spread, and we're going to stay under. And now we're doing Michigan at Washington,
Mm,
and we're gonna give Michigan the spread. Michigan, the spread.
Hmm.
And the over under for this game is, where did it go? It's right there. 56 and a half points. And I'm going to stay under.
Okay.
Michigan has been putting up points. Um, I don't. Can they get 56 by 57 points by themselves? So basically beating about 60 points. I don't know, because I think Michigan's defense is not going to allow but one or two touchdowns out of this game.
Okay. That's what you say.
That's what I say.
That's what you say. Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
Sunday or Saturday night game. Well, I'm gonna do two more. I'm gonna do two more. I know Armando wants to come up and talk about some things. Armando, whenever you finish your sandwich and wipe the mayonnaise off the side of your, and drink your Kool Aid, you come on up. Um,
Renegade said he had a good sandwich tonight himself.
you know what? Hey, when I finish this, or when I let Armando, I might go make me a sandwich too. Okay, so there, all the dudes have a sandwiches tonight. Um, hey, Renegade, tell me. Let me see. That's just the top 25. I want to see North Carolina, ACC.
Okay, so
Who is it? Who is the? I think North Carolina has a bye week, bro. I don't see them on the schedule for this weekend.
yeah, they're not going until October 12th and October 19th, October 26th, November 9th, November 16th, November 23rd, and November 30th for LSU.
So LSU has a bye week.
Yep, they got a bye week.
What the hell is it? Hey, listen, stop. We're talking about sports here, bro. Stop talking about food. Wait a minute. No, no, no. I see him. I see him. North Carolina is playing Pittsburgh um, this weekend. All right, so I'm
Mm,
gonna put that down right
okay,
here so I can.
okay.
This game is playing in North Carolina.
Hmm.
All right. The point spread is Pitt is walk. No, North Carolina is going to walk out of the locker room with 2.5 points. Pittsburgh is
Okay.
sitting at 4-0. North Carolina is sitting at 3-2. So this might be a good dogfight.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I have not watched not. I watched a little bit of a Pitt game. I have not seen a North Carolina game. Um, let me see what the odds of winning are. They're giving Pittsburgh a 62% chance of winning. Um, Jay Christing from North Carolina is six of 111, 889 yards, 6 touchdowns. Holstein is 87 of 129. Um, he's thrown for 1,100 yards already, almost 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's see.
Wow, Alabama's ranking first.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
mm, 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 mm.
Let's see. Pitts. Oh, y'all been winning some games against Yale, West Virginia, Cincinnati, and Kent State. The only close game y'all had this season so far were two close games with Cincinnati and West Virginia. The other
Mm,
two games are blowouts. Last 5 games for North Carolina, you lost your first two. Very close. I remember the North Carolina Duke game. And then you lost to JMU and James Madison, and it wasn't even close.
yeah,
That was a 70-50 game.
that was
Why
horrible.
would? Well, yeah. Why? And then you come back and beat Charlotte.
Hmm.
and
They got
Minnesota.
tired of getting whooped. That's all. That one whooping got them mad.
Hell no. Hell no. Y'all lost to JMU humongous. All right, so if I had to pick this game, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and give Pitt the spread.
Well, they got LSU at 4-1.
Okay, we're not talking about LSU right now.
Oh, my bad.
Didn't I just say that?
Okay. No, sorry. I got in trouble.
Yeah, geez. 4-1. I'm giving the spread to Pitt. I think they can win this game more than 3 points. And if the over under is 63.5.
Hmm.
That is really really high. Even though North Carolina did lose to James Madison 70-50, they did put up a 50 piece on them. But I don't think that's going to happen with Pitt. So I'm gonna go with the under.
Okay, I'll be right back. I need to come up on my computer.
No, you need to stay right there. Uh, and you need
Um,
to you go ahead and pick this because let me go ahead and find this LSU game so you can stop interrupting me. LSU is not playing this weekend.
I just said that. That's
Then what the
no,
heck
I'm
did
trying
you
to.
say you got LSU at 4-1? What are you talking? You know what? I'm not doing this. Not doing this anymore. Not doing it. If anybody got any games they want me to look up, I can do that. I have and by the way, y'all, I'm looking at the ESPN app, ESPN bets website. This is where I'm getting all my information from. Uh, why do you think you can boss us around? Okay, when you come onto this show and we have a particular subject we're talking about, and I'm on a certain subtitle that I'm talking about, you cannot just blatantly blurt out something. Um, just like the renegades over here still talking about damn sandwiches. Okay, we're not talking about sandwiches right now. Okay, we're talking about some of these people, believe it or not, because hey, last week I did very well last week. Or not last week, the week before I did very well. Uh, why do you think you can pull? Because it's the only time I get to pull it when it's on my channel. Okay, that's the only time I get to pull it. Okay, so in my you new voice, you gonna stop playing with me. All right. So is there any team that you together would like me to look up? Hey, Miss Media, how you doing? When we look out and give you my picks for.